Greetings everyone, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Alright, I know it's been a while, but we're back to business. Well, looks like we're a bunny, and we're stuck in the Dark World. We heard last time from Sasrella that we're really going to need that Moon Pearl, so we're going to get it. After I get this piece of heart, of course. Traversing the Dark World as the bunny is difficult because at the moment you can't attack, although there is a way to figure it out. I will be showing off ways to traverse the Dark World as the bunny, but for now, we're going to go get that Moon Pearl. Alright, getting the Moon Pearl is actually pretty simple, and it can be really easily overlooked when you're doing this dungeon. You want to make sure you drop in the top part of this hole, because you drop in the bottom part, you will land on those stars and royally screw yourself over. Anyway, we've got ourselves a Moon Pearl. Let's get out of here. Now, whenever we go to the Dark World, we won't change into a bunny. Also, I believe it's the first time I demonstrated that the mirror can take you back to the entrance of a dungeon, which can be pretty handy. Now, I could go all the way back to the castle and go back into the Dark World and continue on my quest, but first, I have something I need to take care of. This blue sword... Well, I can't do anything in there. Not yet, at least. This blue sword just doesn't say, totally awesome hero, like, you know, a sword of a different color could, so... Before I feel like I can take on the minions of evil and rescue all the maidens, I need myself a different sword. I need to be healed first, obviously. Alright, so anyway, to accomplish this feat, we need to get off of this mountain. We need to descend it the way real men do. Down the side. Now, to do that, we're going to come over here, see this little pylon, stand right next to it, use the magic mirror. Hell yeah. Well, no, this isn't quite what I wanted. I want to be back in the Dark World. Come on, Ferris, you can jump off that ledge. I know you can. Maybe if we do this. Oh, there we go. Alright. What I've done is I've performed a little trick. Allows you to jump into the nether space down here. Kind of hard to traverse a little bit, but make sure you go over here. Anyway, this is called the Early Death Mountain Descent. It glitches the hell out of the graphics, but hey, that's pretty fun. It's one of the tactics for sequence breaking the game. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do too much sequence breaking, but I really want that cool sword, so I'm just going to go for it. Who cares? It's not really going to break that much. Anyway, you can explore a little bit of the Dark World here. You normally can't get this far until you've beaten at least the first dungeon of the game. So, you're kind of in a no-fly zone. To fix the graphics, all you have to do is go inside of like a cave or a house and then come back out. But what kind of fun is that? I mean, seriously. Oh, there's one more thing I want to show off. See the tree there that has eyes? You can ram them, and sometimes they give you goodies. This one gave me a bar. Fuck you too, buddy. Yeah, can't get any more. Anyway, let's get out of here. There's a certain special dude I'm looking for. A little frog. Kind of trapped. Some of you, you know, people who've beaten this game before are probably wondering how I'm going to pull this off, but let me assure you that you are in the hands of a professional. Shit is going to get done, and it's going to get done correctly. Now, this area down here, we can't really do too much in it just yet. I could, you know, go into that house, but, you know, I don't want to show off too much too early, so we'll come back and do this part a little later. I just wanted to... Yeah, I'm explaining myself because, actually I'm lost. I was trying to find the frog, and I forgot that he is south of the village, not east of the village. So, we're going to continue our merry trek to the west. Now, all of the Dark World enemies are versions of the Light World enemies, just like Link, just like Ferris. Ha, who the fuck is Link? Anyway, just like Ferris transforms into a bunny without the Moon Pearl, these guys transform, the knights become pigs. And various other types. There he is. Now, I can't lift these dark rocks yet, so what I'm going to do is pull off a very secret maneuver. It's going to be kind of boring, so I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. What I'm doing here is I'm moving the portal ever so slightly to the left, a pixel at a time, until I get it on the center of the ladder, and then I can make my way up and past the skulls. It's just as fun to do as it is fun to watch. I guarantee it. You have to be careful not to jump off the ledge as you're doing this, or else you're going to have to start all over again. That's no fun. There we go. I've got it in place. Back in slowly, and hey, look at that. We're on the other side of the rocks. Almost. One more portal whip ought to do it. Just hang out in the spot and let it take you back. Aw, yeah. Nope, sure am not an ordinary guy. You're probably wondering why I was phasing in and out of existence there, but don't worry, come with me, little frog buddy. We've got places to go. Things to see. Stuff to do. Shit to forge. Yeah, this guy is a blacksmith, believe it or not. And he lives right over here. How a frog couldn't make his way over here, I'll never know. That's okay. Maybe he was just scared. Or maybe he was a dwarf! Holy shit. Alright, so, for saving his life, he will temper my sword. Unfortunately, all they do is thank you right now. You have to leave and come back in. Traditional Zelda logic. It applies here. And guess what? Saving your life just isn't enough. We also have to pay him 10 rupees. Extortion is what that is, buddy. Now, normally... Oh, look at that. I can punch now. Punch, punch, punch. Don't let it fool you, though. It does 0 damage. Not cool. Unfortunately, Zelda logic does not pan in when it comes to forging the sword. We actually have to walk around for a few minutes. And then we can have it fixed up. Now, you can ram the bushes, but you can only break one at a time when you don't have your sword. Other than that, though, you're pretty harmless. God damn it. They just keep rebuilding these fucking signs. Not cool. Welp, not gonna punch that guard. Let's get out of here. Now, I'm gonna explore a few of the houses that I haven't been in. Just to, you know, show off a little bit more of the town here while we wait. Apparently sprinkling magic on the chickens does nothing, but bombing this wall will. Ooh, we found someone's secret stash of arrows. Well, 10 arrows, that's okay. I like arrows. Actually, arrows are my only weapon right now, besides the bombs. In fact, let's use them right now. Because fuck you, guards, you're getting an arrow to the face. That's how I feel about you. Alright, now there's another building here in town somewhere that had a lowly chicken in it. I have been in this building, but I didn't show off the one thing that you can do in this building. If you have the magic powder and you come here, something special can happen. Kind of like a, I guess it's an Easter egg or a little thing. Holy shit, it's a woman. Yes, so we can turn the chicken into a human. She gives you a hint about the weathercock. And she chides us for messing with the chickens. We cannot fulfill her wish, though, to turn her back, so... Too bad, lady. I'm out of here. But not before I punch you in the face. Take that. Let's get out of here. I bet my sword's ready by now. Oh, magic powder does not work on the guards. Either that or I aimed it poorly. It's okay, arrows to the face always work. But running into their sword, not a good idea. That sign just keeps coming back. I bet this chicken would love it. Alright guys, this sword better be done. I mean, I gave you enough time to beat on it. Oh yeah! Now that's a manly fucking sword. It also makes a manly fucking noise when it tears across the air. Not like that whippy blue sword. Who needs a master sword anyway? Hell yeah. Alright, anyway, let's get back to business, finally. Alright, getting back to the Dark World Pyramid is really simple. All we gotta do is walk under the bridge here at the castle, and it automatically teleports us to the Dark World. Alright, we're back in business. Finally, where we should have been at the very beginning of the video. All of that time, up until now, has been wasted on your behalf. You're welcome. Mecha Prime Industries values your time just as much as it values rocks. Alright, so our first step in the Dark World is the Palace of Darkness. We were told to go there by Sahasrara. And it's actually right where the... I guess it was the first palace... Yeah, it was the first palace of the Light World. The first official palace, you might say. Because the first real palace was the castle of Hyrule. But you know what? I'm going to need some money to get in there. There's a certain little monkey who loves to extort us. So, pardon me while we have a little money-grabbing number. Maestro, if you please. Alright, that ought to do it. We actually need 110 rupees to get in there, but I'm banking on the fact that I'll probably gather some more rupees along the way. Alright. Now, this area has kind of turned into a maze with a bunch of, I guess they're demon heads. Although when I was a kid, they kind of looked like Yoda to me. That was my idiotic thinking. Anyway, you can go up here into this little hut. It's kind of a diversion, but you'll learn a little bit about the Dark World here. The Power of Gold. The Power of Gold is the Triforce, and apparently when you touch it, it grants a wish to whomever touches it. Now, too bad a great evil got to it first, so that turned this golden land into the Dark World. In order to restore order, we must kill him. And there we go. Alright, that's about all this place is good for. A little backstory, a little healing. Let's bust the fuck out of here. Yeah, there's gorilla statues everywhere. What of it? That arrow's not conspicuous at all. Alright, so you can kind of tell where you need to go. If you look at the hedges, you can see there's little dots there that make them semi-transparent. Those are the paths in the hedges. There's also shadows on the ground that let you know where you can enter the hedges and leave. So, yes, it is a maze, but it's actually pretty simple to get. What the hell? Get off my tail, monkey. Alright, this is why I need the 110 rupees, and wow. I don't believe it, but I have exactly 110 rupees. Giving him 10 lets him follow you. You're gonna want to follow. You're gonna want this guy to follow you, because apparently, without him, we can't get into this fucking palace. Ferris is incapable of pushing buttons. All right. This concept comes back in Link's Awakening, where you have to pretty much get the monkeys to build you a bridge into that castle. Remember when I went into that castle when I didn't glitch into it? Yeah, because I didn't do that. Anyway, welcome to Dungeon 1! And since you had to wait so long for this update, I'm just going to include the dungeon in it because it's pretty short. Now, I love the dungeon theme in this game for the Dark World dungeons. It's pretty bitchin' if you ask me. Also, this dungeon has got a lot of, let's find the key hidden in the room things. That was also a demo of my big shield there. It blocks fireballs. It's pretty awesome, if you ask me. Anyway, welcome to the Palace of Darkness. Now, there's actually a lot of places in this dungeon that you don't need to go, and I'm not really going to be exploring a lot of the optional parts. It's going to come back to bite me in the ass later, though. Not in a you fucked up the game kind of way, but more of an man, I wish I had done it the other way kind of way. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm in key collection mode. Oh, this room you'll come back to a lot if you use teleporters. It will teleport you back, like that one right there. We don't want to do that just yet. We want to come down here, because there's shit to be had. Those guys, if you wait too long, they'll turn into they will electrify themselves, and, yeah, when you hit them with your sword, it zaps you, and it's not pretty. These guys are pretty cool. The green ones follow your movements, and the red ones kind of do the opposite, so you gotta be kind of crafty in how you kill them. The green ones you can kill with your sword, but the red ones you have to shoot with your arrows or throw pots at them. It's actually easier to just shoot them with your arrows, especially when you got as many arrows as I do. Arrows fucking rule. That's all I gotta say. The red jellies split up into two when you hit them once. Other than that, though, they're the same as their blue cousins. And look, we got a map. Oh, hey, there's that red thing popping out of the ground. I've seen those before. As you can see, not very big. I wonder if the item we get in this dungeon will allow me to deal with those things. It is a mystery. And also a mystery is how I didn't get zapped by that one back there. Don't worry, this one got me. No problem. Yep, even the little ones pack a punch. Alright, you can blow up both sides of the wall here. Go to the left first, because all that's over here is a key. We'll be back in that room later. This side, if you're a little low on life, you can do that. I'm gonna grab one too. No, I'm not. I'm gonna grab my mirror. Holy shit, I don't even remember what I did. I've ruined your immersion! My apologies. As you can see, though, the mirror is going to become pretty useful in getting back to the beginning of the dungeon, because the dungeons are going to start getting larger and more complicated, and it's just easier to teleport yourself back to the beginning than it is to try and weave your way back where you want to go. Alright, don't go through any of those doors. You don't need to. We're going to blow a hole in the floor first. We want that treasure chest over there. And to get it, we have to go down, because that makes logical sense. Alright, we've nabbed ourselves the big key already. We can open the big old chest and the giant door to the boss. I hate these yellow Stalfos. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Their heads are just... They're annoying is what they are. They're not dangerous, they're not hard, they're just fucking annoying. Anyway, with the big key in our possession, we can finally go back up here and just crank our way through the main part of the dungeon and be on our way. We still haven't gotten the item yet, but we'll get it soon. A lot of keys in this place. Holy shit, maybe they should just call it the Key Palace. Although they used that before. That's a door you can come out of if you go a certain way. We're not actually going to be, going anywhere near that door. This bridge will collapse, but, yeah, we were too fast to even see it happen. I think when they do those kind of bridges in Link's Awakening, they were much faster, so... A little bit more danger there, but this time, not too much of a problem. Now, notice those guys don't really change form when they go to the Dark World. They do change color, however, but that's it. They don't actually change into a different kind of enemy. Was it intended? Or is it a continuity error? You be the judge. Frankly, it doesn't really matter. I hate these dark mazes. I really do. Only because you have to explore every part of it, because if you miss that key, you're done. Also, if you miss this, you're coming back. Oh yeah! Alright, we got the dungeon item. It is the big fat ass hammer. They call it a magic hammer. I don't really know what's so magic about it, but whatever. It's a big fucking hammer. It's awesome. It's a cool weapon. As you can tell, we can use it on those whack-a-mole types. You can also use it to break pots and skulls pretty easily. And you can use it to kill these fucking turtles. Hell yeah. I love stomping me some turtles. Other than that, though, it's not, you know, it's not that. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it's not really that useful. I know I didn't mention it earlier, but those little arrows just means you could jump down to the floor below. It looks kind of awkward because there's not really much perspective going on here, but the floor is below. I'm an idiot and didn't smash these pots. I picked them up because I like to waste your time. That button is a pressure switch. You have to push the statue on it. If you just stand on it, yeah, you get the points. Nothing happens. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Dark World dungeons. They are, they start to get a lot harder than the Light World dungeons. This first one isn't too bad, but it does introduce you to a lot more concepts that we're going to see in later dungeons, and it expands upon the ones we learned in the Light World. So it's a pretty cool, almost tutorial dungeon, but you know, like I said, it's not too difficult. But trust me, they will get a little bit more difficult later on. There's one in particular that's long as hell. We get this totally bitchin' wall-moving graphic again. We just had to show it off more than once, because it's that awesome. Alright, welcome to the basement. It's dark as hell down here, and we can get past these guys with our hammer. Now the hammer, you don't have to strike it directly on the turtles to flip them. If you hit the ground like in a 3 or 4 square radius, they will flip. Pretty nifty, kind of like a shockwave that flips them. Other than that, though, you know, you do have to be right on top of the whack-a-moles. This room is chock full of turtles. Now, we could light it up and see where they all are, but I like a challenge. I can fight these turtles in the dark, like real men. Now, this turtle concept comes back in Majora's Mask, too, later on, especially in the Swamp Palace. And later on where you have to flip the turtle where the frog is riding on and stuff like that. Nothing in here, portal. This is where I was talking about come back to bite me in the ass. There is a way to go through this dungeon and you can get all that money and goodies. But you know what? That's okay. Wealth is not a concern for Ferris. He only desires maidens. Beautiful, beautiful maidens. Let's fight a fucking boss. Alright. This is the Helmsar. You have to hammer his face off before you can actually fight him. Now, you don't really have to hammer him. You can use bombs, which is what I'm going to do here, because that's how that's how sane people do it. It's much safer. You can bomb him while you're not near him. And, yeah, it's much better. Only problem is that he moves around a lot. It's okay, though. If you can kind of predict where he's going to go, you can... Holy shit. Or you could just die. Does an assload of damage. Yeah, this guy's pretty deadly in the amount of damage that he does. His tail is pretty strong, and if you go too close to him, those spikes up there are not friendly. Good thing I have some fairies. Alright, now that his mask is off, he's pretty easily handled because we can hit him with arrows, which is easier than trying to fight him head-on because he moves a little bit erratically. Oh, yeah. Alright, and that's it! That's the first palace. As you can see, not too difficult, but, you know, markedly more difficult than the Light World dungeons. Nab ourselves another heart container, and hey, look at this! A pretty little gem fell from the ceiling. I wonder what's inside. Oh, wow, it's a maiden! All right, remember when we said we have to rescue the 7 maidens? Well, they're all encased in jewels. Each time you rescue a maiden, they'll give you a little bit more of the plots. That's kind of a cool way to develop the plot, I think. Alright, so she's saying we need to gather all 7 of the maidens. We can break the barrier around Ganon's palace. We can go in there and bust shit up. Yeah, of course I understand. Even if I didn't, I would say yes, because that's just how I roll. All right, a nice refill, a little dance move, and we're out of there. All right, guys, that's going to be enough for this time. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.